if f is integrable on closed interval AB, so we're gonna do from interval A to B, function dx equal to limit n approaching to infinity of summation I equal to 1 to n fxi times with delta x. As we know, this is the Riemann sum, and this gonna use to find an approximation of area under a curve, and this fxi is the height, and this delta x is the width, and this is of height of rectangle and width of rectangle. So here is the formula of delta x, which is the width of the rectangle, and the formula is b minus a over n, and n is the number of rectangle because we don't know the exact number of rectangle, and the xi is a interval a plus I times with delta x, and here is the general formula. As usual, we need a game plan, which is the steps to solve this question. And the first step is we need to calculate the delta x, which is the interval b minus a over n. And the second step is we need to find the xi equal to interval a plus I delta x. And the third step is we need to evaluate the fxi. And the fourth step is we need to use the limit laws to simplify the limit and approaching infinity for the summation I equal to 1 to n fxi times with delta x. And the last one is we need to use some laws. And here we go. Is the question given, which is the interval 0 to 2 x dx. So we need to find the first step, which is delta x, and we know that the b is 2 and the a is 0 divided by n, because the formula is b minus a over n equal, we get 2 over n. So the second step is we need to find xi. Xi is we need to substitute into a formula a plus I delta x, and we got the a is 0 and plus I 2 over n, which is the delta x. And the third step is we need to find the fxi. And the fx, we know fx is equal to x, and fxi is we need to substitute the xi above into the x from the equation given. And the fourth step is we need to use the Riemann sum, which is limit n infinity approach to infinity from summation I equal to 1 to n fxi times with delta x. And the limit we need to substitute from the above given fxi, we got 2 over n I times with delta x, which is 2 over n. And the answer is 4 over n square I. And the last step is we need to use sum law. Sum law is we got summation I equal to 1 to n I equal n times with n plus 1 over 2 divided by 2. And from this formula, we need to substitute into I, and before that we need to separate it first, which is 4n square at front, because the summation is only need I, and I we got from this sum law. And we need to calculate as usual, simplify the equation, and we got lim and approaching to infinity to n plus 2 over n, and simplify until we got 2 plus 2 over n. As we know, And we need to substitute with infinity, and we got the limit n approaching to infinity 2 plus 0, as the n is substituted with infinity. And the final answer is we got only 2. So thank you.